In a bold and unprecedented move, Ukraine launched a dual assault deep into Russian territory, targeting the heart of Chechnya's capital, Grozny, and a vital military airfield in the Rostov region. The strikes have ignited a furious response from both the Kremlin and Chechen leadership, fueling the call for swift and brutal retaliation. Meanwhile, the US has issued a chilling warning of a looming Russian missile strike, heightening fears of an all-out escalation. At 12:55 a.m. on December 11th, a deadly drone descended upon the barracks of the Special Police Regiment, named after hero of Russia, A.A. Kadyrov, in Grozny, Chechnya. The drone was intercepted in mid-air, but its violent detonation left 4 guards wounded and left a trail of destruction in its wake. The building was scarred, and debris ignited a fire that, though small, stoked the flames of anger and vengeance. Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov condemned the attack as nothing more than a desperate, symbolic stunt meant for Western audiences. His words dripped with fury as he said,
"The drone detonated in mid-air, damaging the roof and shattering windows. Falling fragments caused a small fire, which was quickly extinguished. The building itself did not sustain any significant damage. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ukrainian Nazi command boasts loudly to its Western handlers about the colossal results of this grand operation. The only purpose of such a pathetic act is for show."
But Kadyrov's condemnation was far from over. In an ominous message, he vowed retribution on the Ukrainian forces for the blood spilled in Chechnya. His chilling words left no doubt.
"As for our morale, such attempts only strengthen our belief in victory and our determination to deal with the enemy as quickly as possible. A reserve of 84,000 volunteers and fighters from units of the Chechen Republic is ready to move to the front lines at a moment's notice. We have not preserved our republic only to let some drug addicts, shaitans, or Satanists carry out their sick ideas. We will not let this go unanswered. And just for these 4 wounded, we will take down 400 of their Ukrainian Nazis."
Just hours later, Kyiv struck again. A blistering Ukrainian missile barrage targeted the Taganrog military airfield in Russia's Rostov region, escalating the conflict to a new level of aggression. The attack, fueled by 6 US-supplied ATACMS missiles, saw 4 neutralized by Russian electronic warfare and air defense systems, but the remaining missiles wreaked havoc, causing casualties among Russian forces and leaving buildings, vehicles, and civilian infrastructure scarred by the onslaught. The Kremlin's response was swift, with spokesman Dmitry Peskov pledging vengeance and echoing the Russian Ministry of Defense's promise of relevant measures to punish Ukraine for its audacious use of Western weaponry.
I would like to recall the absolutely unambiguous and direct statement of the Russian Ministry of Defense, which was made yesterday, where it was clearly stated that a response will follow. The response, naturally, will follow when and in the way deemed appropriate. It will definitely follow.
As the Kremlin rages for retribution, the US Pentagon has raised alarms about Russia's terrifying new intermediate-range ballistic missile, the Oreshnik. A US intelligence assessment warns that a launch could be imminent, sending shockwaves through the war-weary world. Pentagon spokeswoman Sabrina Singh attempted to downplay the strategic impact of the missile, but she made one thing clear: Russia is using every weapon in its arsenal to send a powerful message to Ukraine.
This was based on an intelligence assessment that it's possible that Russia could use this Oreshnik missile in the coming days. And so, they have used this type of capability before. I know you reported on it then. Again, I think the point of us getting out this information is to also ensure that, this is not going to be a silver bullet change to the battlefield. The war is going to continue, and our support for Ukraine is going to continue.
With war on the brink of spiraling out of control, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky made a desperate plea to the international community for more air defense systems. In the wake of a deadly strike on Zaporizhzhia that left 3 civilians dead, Zelensky highlighted the urgent need to bolster Ukraine's defenses as its own systems near the breaking point.
We don't have enough systems now to protect our country from Russian missiles, but our partners do have these systems. We repeat again and again that air defense systems should save lives, not collect dust in storage bases.
As the war rages on, U.S. political shifts loom large. With President-elect Donald Trump set to take office, fears are growing that Ukraine's lifeline of military aid could be severed, leaving the country vulnerable in its darkest hour. These dual attacks, coupled with the impending threat of a devastating Russian missile strike and Ukraine's desperate reliance on Western air defense systems, highlight the brutal, unrelenting nature of this war. A war where retaliation is swift, and no one can predict where the next strike will fall.